In CodinGame Fall Challenge, you implement AI bot for a two-player game. Your bot will be run against programs made by other participants, so it's basically a game tournament, but for bots. You don't need any experience or machine learning knowledge. You can use one of many languages like C++, Java or Python. If you know how to code, you can participate. We start with some default code, so let's run it and see what it does. On the left there was match between two bots made by organizers. Now it's me versus boss 1, bot made by organizers, and I lost 0 to 16 points. Not the best result. Let's see that again. You control a witch who brews potions and sells them for some price. We start with 10 resources of different types, and at the bottom there's a list of available recipes for potions. If I spend those resources, I will create a potion and sell it for 17 rupees or points. This would be a quite good move. My opponent just got 6 points, I would get 17 here already, but I do nothing, so it's 0 points. I lost. It won't be difficult to improve this code, we'll do that in a moment. On the left there's statement, all the rules, you should read it, obviously. And at the very bottom there is input-output description. This is what you have in this problem instead of API. If you look at program on the right, in infinite loop it reads from standard input description of what is available, of what happens, your inventory, inventory of your opponent, what are available recipes.
It's because I was on mute.
And then it needs to print the action.
Hi everyone.
In the statement they say,
Just watching this video for the
either brew something or wait.
beginning of the challenge.
And ID of a potion. Let's modify this code then. ID, I need to get this ID. We'll create it here. And as I read recipes with some price, action type, it is useful later, not right now. I will ignore all other types, all other things, and I will just say ID is action ID every time overwriting it. Let's run again. If I read information about multiple recipes, because I overwrite here, I will always do the last recipe, the last potion. It seems I'm winning 24 to 16, even though my program isn't really too smart. You can do much better than that. Like in many games, there's a league system here. You start from wooden league, then go up bronze, silver, and so on.
So that's different.
Play my code button is only for testing purposes, and
it's a change from the 2D grid
organizers. The yellow
kind of
button
game.
Your program, it also saves it on the server, and it's run then against real players. If you rank high enough in the leaderboard, you get promoted to the next league.
Yes.
And there's no penalty for submitting like that. You can do that multiple times, so don't be afraid of submitting not perfect code. Let's do a sneak peek into second league. Not only you face more difficult opponents, but also the statement gets more complicated. There are new rules, highlighted in green. We get here spells used to create new ingredients, resources, or change them one to another. And input-output gets more complicated, because instead of just brewing, you can also cast a spell to get resources, or rest to make your spells available again. Choosing proper potion to go for becomes more complicated because it's not only about price, but also how much time it will take you to get proper resources. Then next leagues are obviously even more complicated. Also, use last battles to see your games versus real players, especially games you lost, or just watch a game between two players from the top of the leaderboard. See what strategies they are using. Yes, it is allowed to see their matches and copy some strategy. Here are my tips. Make everything simple. Small steps. Really small steps. You can come up with some complicated strategy of predicting your opponent's movements and then trying to get the same potion before him to leave him with unnecessary resources. But it's better to start simple. Just implement trying to getting the first potion. Don't plan anything, just make random moves. Anything like that.
Right.
Run your program, see if it does what you intended to do. If it doesn't work, then use some debugging. You can use error output, or you can use here something like that. If you play that Your witch will say it
Okay.
not out loud, but you will see the message here, and then debug it. You don't want to write 1000 lines only then to see that nothing works. Yeah, we got something here. And also CRR in C++ to print to error output. Some more complicated strategy might be to realize when the game ends and trying to then start prioritizing those potions that are very easy to make. To make that
So that's going to be very different than what I've done so far on CodinGame.
Stuff like that. If you want more information, more tips, check out the challenge page. You will find here frequently asked questions. Basically, how much does it cost to participate? It's free.
Right.
There will be a lot of streamers doing it.
Streamers, yay!
Check out my streams.
Okay.
I'm Erich. There are
all right,
articles.
good.
See you in the leader.
Let's get to it, shall we? All right, so let's just review the rules. And the game with more rupees than your opponent. The game takes place in a potion shop in which two twin sister witches are trying to prove they are the better potion brewer. They have set up a contest, make more rupees selling potions than your sister. However, the witch's hut in which they set up shop is quite small, so they must share the same workspace and deal with the same client orders. Okay. And I guess we'll figure out what rules. Each player controls a witch. Each witch has access to their own inventory of potion ingredients, which I think are what we're seeing on the side here. Okay. Each client order is a list of ingredients required to brew a potion and earn some rupees. So that's what we're seeing at the bottom here. Those are the client orders. And I guess we're sharing them. So whoever brews that, or, deals with one of those orders first, then the order is removed. And okay, yeah. The game is played over several rounds. Each player performs one action each turn simultaneously. Right. So what happens if you're both brewing the same potion, trying to fulfill the same kind of order? I guess we'll find out. Oh, network error status 504. CodinGame's having some problems. Anyways, we still have it on screen, so. There are 4 tiers of ingredient index from 0 to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 tiers. Wonder what they mean. Just 4 different ingredients. High tier ingredients are typically necessary in more expensive potion recipes, but take longer to acquire. Oh, gotcha. So each witch starts with a full inventory of 10 ingredients. Again, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this would be your inventory right here. Pretty sure. This is probably like your production, like how many ingredients you're going to get next turn of each kind or something like that. The inventory is represented by inv, 4 numbers each, representing the amount of each ingredient tier. Right. So, wait, 4 numbers. 4 numbers each representing the amount of each ingredient tier. Right, gotcha. So we've got 4 ingredients, and that's each number represents the amount of each ingredient you have. Okay. For this league, you must brew 2 potions from the list of client orders. The witch having earned the most rupees wins. Client orders have a delta, 4 numbers, 1 for each ingredient tier. Negative numbers represent the amount of ingredients that are consumed by the recipe. A delta, 4 numbers, 1 of each, 1 for each ingredient tier. Right, basically the delta. So it's applied to your inventory. So that's what they'll basically modify your inventory by whatever this is. Okay. For instance, a client order with delta -2, -1, 0, 0 means you have to consume 2 tier 0 ingredients and 1 tier 2 ingredients. That doesn't seem right. -2, it would be, that's a mistake here. That's 2 tier 0 and 1 tier 1 ingredient from your inventory in order to brew the potion. The selling price of the client order is the amount of rupees you will earn by completing it. Cool. This potion requires 5 ingredients, right, and is worth 10 rupees. Delta 0 is -2, so you need to at least 2 tier 0 ingredients. Check this with the inventory 0 variable. Oh, so the variables are all individual. Oh, right. It's one string, one line, separated by commas or something like that. Yeah, by commas. Okay, the client orders are queued up from left to right. Only 5 clients can fit inside the huts, so a maximum of 5 orders will be available every turn. If both witches brew the same potion, they both earn its price in rupees. Oh, okay, that answers one of my questions. So you can both fulfill the same client order. If both witches brew the same, they both earn its price in rupees. At the start of each new turn, new orders are queued up to fill the missing space. Each order has a unique ID and can be undertaken with the brew ID command. You may also opt to skip a turn with the wait command. Game end. The game ends once at least one witch has brewed 2 potions. The game stops automatically after 100 rounds. Only 2 potions. That seems pretty easy. Oh, I guess it becomes a... that's interesting. So I wonder if you all go for the same client order every time, what's the impact of that? Oh, the game ends, but they didn't say how you get more ingredients though. Do you have like a starting? No, obviously you have more than that, no? What's this on the side? Client order, both which each order has a unique ID. The game ends, the game stops, blah, blah, blah. The winner is the player with the most rupees. Defeat conditions. Your program does not provide a command in the allotted time, or one of the commands is unrecognized. Standard stuff. Debugging tips. Hover over a spell or recipe to see extra information about it. Append text to any command. Press the gear icon to view extra stuff. Use the keyboard to control the action. Space to play, pause, arrow to step. Oh, cool. So if I was to just play the startup code here. And Boss Rova made a delivery. Yep, because we don't do anything. So 1 per turn. So let's see. There's not much we can do here. Okay. Oh, that's what they meant. Hover over the action ID, action type brew, delta, and price. Oh, and I can't help but notice that there's nothing on the sides. So that's probably something for the for future leagues. Okay, I understand now. So I guess in this Wood 2 league, you start off with this inventory and that's all you've got. You don't get extra ingredients as turns go by. Starting us off nice and easy. Okay. All right, so my strategy, I was thinking, because that's something I usually fail to do and regret. Like 5, 6, 7 days into the challenge. is making a decent simulation. Basically recreate the entire game engine, but locally, so that I can debug stuff, um, step through the code, um, and also like do a bunch of quick simulations and try different bots. So what I might do, just to get a better feel for the inputs, the game, and all that, is to actually just code a crap bot, a bunch of if-else statements and stuff like that, and see if I can get to the next league. And then maybe I'll focus on just building a simulation before I start thinking about the features of my bot and what algorithms I'm gonna try to use. All right, so let's just grab this. I'm doing this in JavaScript. Well, technically, I'm the code I am submitting is in JavaScript. I'm actually coding in TypeScript and compiling it down to JavaScript. So I've already set up my project here, and I should be ready to go. Oh, and I'm trying this week. I'm trying Vim, like a Vim extension for Visual Studio Code, which is called, I think, just Vim. What's it called? Vim, yeah. And so I'm new at this. It's quite interesting. All right, so if I want to, let's see if I want to. Let's see. All right, to go back up to the, yikes. I know undo, so that's that. There you go. All right, I want to select this part. Let's do that, and then just delete it, and delete this line as well. All right, so it's missing the read line. Let's add a line on top, and then just declare function read line, which will return a string. All right, there we go. So compiler shouldn't complain anymore. So what are we doing here? We're action count, the number of spells and recipes in play. That's just so we can loop over them. Got it. I get the inputs for the first line, and it's separated by spaces. We've got a bunch of stuff. That's interesting. Let's take a look at the description again. Line 1 has all this stuff into it. Okay. One integer, and then the next 11 space separated values. Okay, so you've got 11 values on the one line. Got it. And then the next two lines are 5 integers to describe each player. Your data is always first. Okay, that's the inventory and the score. Right, because really that's the only player-related state for this game is what you've got in the inventory. Anyways, at this level, this league. Okay. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's get back here. So that would be the inventory, and this is for. So I need to store this, right? The unique ID of the spell or recipe, first brew, later cast opponent, cast learn brew. This would be All right, so I guess each of these represents, this is for the next leagues, tax. Wow, okay, this is going to get interesting. Castable, the first player spell, repeatable. Okay, so for now, we only need to worry about this here. From this line up to line 6 is all we need to really store. All right, let's make this simple for now and have, let's say, just an array of actions, and I don't know what's that's gonna look like. Well, actually I do. We've got an action ID and action type, delta 0, 0. Okay, so let's just do maybe just a class that we're gonna call action, and it's going to have a type, which is always brew in this league, but oh, an ID. So an ID, it's just a number. Actually, let's declare those at the same time. So if I want to get back this, let's make those. Who cares? It's not everything public. There we go. That's one of the things I got to focus on when doing CodinGame. It's not code that I'm going to be reusing, so I got to be a little bit more lenient with the encapsulation and all that stuff. I want to move quickly and be able to modify stuff easily, I think. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see if that's a good strategy or not. That would be our type. Type is going to be, I guess, we'll make a type for this, and maybe just like an enum. Oops. Vim! This is gonna take a while for me to get good at this, but it's interesting. It's really a different way to edit your code and text. All right, so what are we gonna get? We're gonna get a brew. Go away. Brew's gonna be 0, I guess. Or let's see, just to make sure we've got the right. Action type a string. Oh, that's a string. Okay, cool. So thankfully, that's a nice feature of, well, I find anyways, a nice feature of TypeScript is that you actually have string enums. So I can say, all right, this will be a brew. Just like that. Oops. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Right, because I'm in. See, usually JK takes me from the insert mode to the normal mode, like that. But I had caps lock on, so it wasn't working. Oh, that's interesting. So they're bound to not really just the keys, but the actual character. Interesting. Okay. All right, so brew is all we need so far. Let's just keep that one. We'll add to it later. I'm doing everything in the same file for now. Organize everything a little bit better later, I guess. All right, so let's jump to this row and let's jump to the end like that. Okay. There's a lot of shortcuts you need to learn, and at first it's kind of slow going, trying to remember them and type them and all that. But I can see that once you get good at those, you can be, I think, quicker than using the mouse. And frankly, so far, Just the fact that you can keep your hands on the keyboard, even though right now I am slower than if I was to use a mouse, like I usually do. It's a lot more enjoyable to just keep your hands on the keyboard like that and just move around your code. I just got to get good and see if I can get just as fast as with the mouse or faster ideally. That's kind of the idea. All right, so what's next? We've got our deltas. I could model that as a separate class that I could call well, or delta, or I could just keep them as just properties. What do I want to do? This is going to get pretty big in terms of constructor. Let's do that. So let's call that delta. It's going to be a type delta. Let's add another. Do I want an interface? Do I want a class? Let's just do a class. Besides, in TypeScript, classes are interface. So, and what are we going to get? We're going to get a delta 0. I guess the name, why I don't know why they didn't give us names for the ingredients. Maybe it changes from one league to the next, and delta 3. Am I missing something? 0, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's right. Let's keep that. Oh, I forgot to declare them. So how could I do that with them? Let's see. I want to get back to search DE. Oh, the other way around. How do I get back the other way around? There we go. Search DE. There we go. Not this one, this one. Yeah. Insert public. And I wonder if I can do. Oh, that didn't work. All right, so let's just do this then. Oops. That. And like that. Okay. Am I missing something here? I'm missing the type, right? I'm doing TypeScript, not JavaScript. So here, the type is a number. Could use multi-cursor here. That's something I don't know how to do in well anyways. So I'm just going to do this manually. Or because if I was using the mouse, I could just do like that. Let's see, go into do like that. Then I think it's Shift Alt. No, Control Alt. Isn't it? What? Control Shift maybe? Okay, your add cursor. Control click. Oh, it's just Control. I was making this more complicated. So I could do this. No, doesn't like it. The heck? Okay, this is gonna bug me. Let's see. Actually, key bindings now. Shortcut. keyboard. There it is. Alt click. Wasn't I doing that? I guess not. So I saved a bunch of time. Right, so I got to figure out how to do something similar to that in Vim. As you can tell, I'm not using that very often. Okay, so now I got, okay, good. If anybody knows any like Vim tips, I'm all ears. Okay, I want to add this here, good. All right, so we've got our delta. We need the price now. I think is the only thing we have left that we need to add, which is no doubt going to be a number. The rest can wait. The rest can wait. Okay, let's see. Okay, we also need to, oh, well, first we need to store this, so let's do that right here. Oh, that was obviously the wrong. There we go, okay. So we're going to store this in our actions, not push, a new action. It's going to take the ID, action ID. It's going to take the action type. Now it's going to take new delta. The new delta is delta 0, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, no, 3. There we go. And it's missing the price. We're good. Doesn't like the action type because it's probably saying that the string, let's see, AC. Okay, so it's probably saying that the string is, what's the shortcut for this again? There we go. String is not assignable to parameter of type action type. Right. So what we can do is, I could do it here or, okay, let's use the shortcut here. So I want to jump to 9. There we go. And back here, I can do as action type. There we go. Itchy. Okay. I think that's good. Feeling I forgot something though. Let's go back up here. My delta's good. Got my enum. Okay, no, that's, I think we're good. We also need to store the inventory. Do we care about the other player's inventory at this? Well, I guess we should. I think it said we were, the first one was ours. Next 2 lines, 5 integers. Your data is always first. Okay. Okay. So we'll also store. Oh, should probably type this. I wonder if. Yeah, right. So let's do that. It's going to be of type action. And why is it complaining? Because it's not a type action, it's a type action array. There we go. And we're also going to need, let's see, my inventory, which is going to be of type inventory. Although I don't think I need to have a class for that. I can probably just store that in an array, right? It's, yeah. Might want to turn that into a class or something at some point, but for now, let's just do a number array. Which actually, I think if I remember correctly, with TypeScript, you can do tuples, whatever. I always forget how to say this. But basically, you would type them. How does it go again? I think we need to. Let's delete that. Actually, no. Let's copy it. Yeah, that's right. So I think. Dope. Vim, you're killing me. So if I want it, there we go. Okay. And so it's going to be 4 numbers, so I can type it so that the array is only 4 numbers. And if I do P, there you go, and this, and that, it only takes this. Okay. Like that. And then I can just do initialize it. And oh, is it complaining because it's empty at the moment? Wonder if that's why it's complaining. And come to think of it now, I should have probably done the same thing with the delta. Huh. Guess we'll see. Can probably initialize all of that to 0. That'll fix our problem. Yep. 0. 0. I'm also learning to touch type at the moment, so and learning Vim. So I've taken a dip in productivity in the hopes that I can be quicker in the future. Time will tell if that's a good idea. All right, so now I'm tempted to do the same thing with our delta. Yeah, well, what's done is done, I guess, for now. Enemy. Enemy. Enemy, yeah. Inventory is going to be the same, so let's see if we can copy this. Select all the way up to the second bracket. Copy. Down here. And there we go. Okay. And then we need to also, oh, I should have copied the entire thing, but whatever. Oh, that pinky on the 0 is killing me. I'll get there. Okay. And I noticed a typo here. There we go. Delta. Okay. So now I'm going to have to store this in here. So how are we going to do that? Simply doing if I is equal to 0, that means that it's our information. Oh crap, there's also a score. Yeah, I guess I'll store them in separate variables. It's not that big of a deal. We'll see. I could just shove them in the array, but it doesn't seem like a smart idea. For now, anyways. Right. So, okay, if this is my inventory, then we can do in 0. Ah! In 1, in 2, in 3. They are parsed as. Oh, what am I doing? Oh boy. Let's see. Let's get back here. I was missing this. There we go. Oh, now what? It's a const. Right. Let's fix that. I think I can get to G. D. No? My inventory does not exist. Yes, it does. There we go. Okay. Let's go here. Let's change that to a let. And do the same thing for this one. Let. Go back to. This is not going to go away. Okay. Go back here. So, okay, so that's good. And then if it's not, we can just do enemy inventory equals the exact same thing. This doesn't seem like the most efficient way to do it. But now we're stuck with the score. This is gonna bug me, isn't it? Oh yeah, might as well make a class then. Otherwise it's just gonna annoy the crap out of me. I could. Let's just keep it simple for now. Oops. Let my score equals 0. 0. There we go. Pinky. Let enemy score also equals 0. Oh dear. Equal 0. Okay. And I can just do this. I'll do the same thing. At this point, it would make more sense to have an if statement, but whatever. Equals score. And then if it's the other guy, enemy score equals score. That is disgusting. Fix this later. Okay. So we've got all our inputs stored in variables. We've got our actions. We've got my inventory, the enemy inventory, my score, the enemy score. I think we're good to do something. So basically all we can do right now is choose which action we're going to brew. And I think we can only do one per turn. Can we? Or can we? Is it only just one action per turn? Don't remember seeing that. Rules. Each player controls a witch. Each witch has access to their own inventory. Each client orders a list. The game is played over so each player performs one action. One action each turn. Okay. So at this point, in this league anyways, it's basically just a question of choosing which which action or client order we're going to fulfill. We're going to brew and then just choose the ID. Now, already I'm wondering what's a good algorithm to make that choice. So basically what we want to do is maximize the amount of rupees we're going to get for the ingredients that we have on hand. Oh, I know there are some algorithms that are designed for that kind of stuff, right? Because what could happen is like if you look at, let's say, I know I've done this before too in like coding challenges or something, but it's been a while. So the problem that could happen if you just go with something that's really naive and you just look at all your client orders and look at which one has the highest rupee value that you can actually fulfill, and then you go and brew that without taking into account what other orders are available and what you'll have left in terms of ingredient, then the second order you'll be able to fulfill might be of really, really low value. And the total of the two might be lower than if you took like two kind of middle of the road orders to fulfill. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to research some of that later because I know there are a few algorithms that are just designed exactly to solve that kind of problem. But I can't remember them off the top of my head. So let's just go with something that's kind of, I guess, greedy at this point and see how far we can get with that. We'll just do exactly what I said we shouldn't be doing. We'll just look at what's the highest. Well, there's one thing we could do. We could also look at the cost benefit of fulfilling each order. But I'll get into that later maybe. So for now, let's just delete this. And let's keep it simple and just look for what order can I fulfill that has the highest rupee value right now. That's a crappy strategy in the long run, but it should be enough to get the game going. Okay, so let's add a line. And we want to look at our actions. How about we sort it by what was it called? The price? Yes. Sort it by the price. So from, let's see, I think it's from lowest to great, smallest to greatest. I can't remember the order if you do this, but we'll find out soon enough. A minus B might give us, I think, should give us, let's see, do I want, right, we're not dealing with straight numbers here, we want to sort by the price. Okay, let's just do a quick look online to MDN array sort. Obviously not the first time I'm looking this up. There we go. Provide zero phone with even shorter forward of sound, A minus B. Okay. If the function returns less than 0, sort A to an index lower than B. If it returns less than 0. So, right. So the way I've got this set up, it'll go from smaller to greater, which is great. It's fine with me. Okay. Okay. So now we've got this sorted. I guess it's a question of just iterating through. Does that return the array? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, so I can just keep rolling with this. For each. No, actually, let's. No, I don't want to do for each because I'm going to want to stop. So I can probably just do a standard for. Let action of actions. I need to check if I can actually brew it. And if I do, then just stop iterating, and that's the one we're going to brew. And that should be enough to get us started. So how do I check if I can brew it? I need to compare the delta with my current inventory. What is that going to look like? Okay, so what are we dealing with? Oh, we've got our delta here. Our delta isn't a... No, it's not. I was dumb enough to make a class out of it. Well, might not be dumb, but right now I'm thinking it could have been. Would have been easier. Yeah, it would have been easier if it was. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's make it. Let's make it a. These are all the same type. It's kind of funny, right? I should. Feeling. Okay, you know what? Let's just do this for now. Delete that. And you're going to be of type. I should probably make a type inventory and have all of those. Have the inventories and the delta implemented. So far, they seem to be the same. So I'm going to do that. So let's do a type inventory. And that's just going to be just a straight type. I mean, I could make it an interface, but we're just basically renaming the, let's see, jump to line 7, grab this, and we want to go to there, copy, go back up to relative line 7, like that. Okay, and then I want to, crap. So close. This is excruciating. Oh, come on. I lost it. I got to figure out how to plug in the, because Vim has its own like kind of copy paste buffer that I don't really know how to use. And every time you delete something, it puts it in the paste buffer. Basically, I need to figure a way to get this. I think there's a way to hook it up into the actual system's, what do they call it? the copy paste thing there. Forget the name. Okay, let's try this again. So I want to select all the way to this. Then I want to copy, which is Y. I want to go back up to line 7. So 7. There we go. Now I want to paste it. There we go. Okay. And let's just add a. And there. Great. Now I can actually go down to line 7 again and replace this. So do change to inventory. Yeah, there you go. And I can do the same thing here. Let's see. That, select all the way to this, change to inventory. Okay. A little bit of refactoring. I can get back to, what was I doing? I was, yep. Oh, we need to change that, don't we? So now this will simply be an array. Yes. So I can do V all the way up to this, delete that, and I can actually do, nope. I can do this, and I want to go to here and replace that with this. Okay. All these shortcuts. Let's add a line here. Okay. All right, so now we've got an array of delta. Basically, I need to check if the corresponding indexes in my inventory are greater or equal to whatever's in delta, right? Oh no, delta is going to be, I think it uses negatives, right? Oh, so basically I can just apply the delta to the inventory, see if everything is 0 or greater than 0, and then we know that we can brew it. Only problem is I don't want to, and this is always the fun stuff in those challenges, right? Mutation all over the place. You don't know what's going on. Okay, so if I do, let's see, it's going to be some kind of a loop. We're going to start with the inventory. Loop through it. Okay, let's delete that. Let's add a line here. Let's do my inventory. Dot. I want to copy this. I don't want to. So let's just do this then. Oh, hold on. I gotta try. There's another. Okay, so I think I can do. How do we select inner word and then this? Well, that didn't work. Okay, never mind. Right. So S word. Nope. Come on. This is my Vim stuff. I think I've got this on my other desktop. Yep. Gonna bring this over. Thank you. All right, we're looking for text objects, yes. Well, actually, I want to use this. No, not this. I want to use, what's it called? Surround. I think it's called surround. Surround. Okay. Change surroundings. Yes. Okay. Or add surroundings is Y. YS. Okay. So in this case, what I wanted to do was this. YS or not. Come on. YS. Oh, I gotta select. No, surround input. Yes, there we go. Okay, got it. And then I can just do this. There we go, and we've got ourselves a copy of the array. Now, I can do for each. Is that a good idea? I actually want to map it. Yep. So we've got our ingredient, I guess. Ingredient. And come on. This is insane. Better get good at this quick because I'm gonna lose my. Okay. So if, well, not if actually, we just want to. We want to map whatever we've got here to the equivalent action dot delta. We're going to need the, we're going to need the, okay, so I need to wrap this. What was it again? YS? Oh, come on. Okay, I'm getting annoyed. So, YS, and I want this. Why isn't this working? Again, I am on that word, am I not? Y, S. Oh dear. No, it just doesn't want to. Don't get it. What am I doing wrong? I am in normal mode, but I don't see my normal mode thing here. That's weird. Yeah. Add surroundings to, oh, right, I gotta specify, oh, I forgot about that. It's, okay, so I gotta specify. So YS is add surrounding to the inner word. Yes, okay, and this is it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, let's do index. And now let's use that here. So action delta index. That's the delta. So what I need to do is actually do ingredient minus, or just, actually it's already a negative number, I think, so I can just do plus. Yeah, because it's delta. So if I do that, I'm going to end up with an array of whatever's my next inventory, basically. My future inventory. Oh, so I guess in that sense it wouldn't. No, okay, yep. And then what could I do? I could just make sure that everything in there is more than 0. Is there a convenient method we could use for that? Filter sort every, I think. Every, yeah. So determines whether all the members of an array satisfy the specified test. Exactly what we're looking for. Is there anything else we could use, maybe? Nope. Although some would be more efficient, right? Instead of checking that, well, I mean, we're dealing with 4, it doesn't make any difference. But if we had a really long array, right? And in this case, all we want to know is, do we have a negative number in there? If we do, we can't brew that. So instead of going through every element and making sure that every element is positive or 0 positive, we could do some and then look for a negative. And the minute it finds a negative, it stops iterating through the array. But we're dealing with we're dealing with 4 elements here, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. So let's use every because it's more, I was going to say idiomatic, but it communicates better what we're trying to do. So every ingredient, I guess, again, ingredient, and we're checking that ingredient is bigger or equal to 0. Right? That's right. I think we're good. So for let action of actions, blah blah blah, do this, and then we're going to be left with a bool. Yeah, which is a problem because we didn't save the ID, but we can do that. No problem there. So const ID equals action.id. That's all we really need. And then we need to save that as well in a variable. So const can brew, right? Yeah. Cool. And the minute we get a can brew, we can just bug out of that for loop. And so actually we're going to need to save this here. Let's, all right, so let best ID, I guess. And this will start with 0. Oh no, it's got to be undefined. It will be of type number though. Well, technically type number undefined. There we go. And so this here will be like this. We renamed it to best ID. Okay, good. Now, once we have found that we can brew, so if can brew, what do? We just break. Yep. We just break out Okay, and now we can brew. Let's change. I wonder, I think in the most recent version of TypeScript, if you have a string declared with quotes like that, declared, initialized, whatever, you can, and then you want to add, as I'm about to do, a template. So, wait, is that going to work? Yeah. If I do that, and then best ID. Isn't it? No, like that. Okay. I guess it doesn't. I thought it was going to change it automatically. No code action. I guess I got to change it myself. Like that, and like that. There we go. All right, so technically, this will do it. Let's get, nope, not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Our terminal, and I think I've set up npm run build. Yep, okay, seems to have worked. All right, compiled it to JavaScript. Cool, so now all I have to do is, actually I'm going to set this up here. Settings, use external editor, upload from local file. Yes, please change the local file. What are we? Fall challenge dist main. And there we go. Let's see what happens. Everything blows up. Errors. Oh, no errors. And it looks like we've got the same kind of, oh no, actually, I lost. What? Unacceptable. All right, let's see what we did here. So technically, how do I, okay, so I would have, if my algorithm's right, I would have brewed this one, right? Because I can. Yes, which would give me 17 rupees. Is that what I did? Brew 44. That is totally not what I did. I think my sorting is probably wrong. Yeah. Well, let's look at the next one to confirm. I brewed, the next one, I brewed 53. Wait, this is kind of, okay, 53. Yeah, so obviously, my sorting is wrong. Okay, where am I sorting? Here, okay. So technically, I think if I just change this to that, and then that to this, we might be in business. I just need to rebuild. So What's the shortcut again? This and that and that. And once we're rebuilt, CodinGame will update itself, as you can see here. Okay. Play the code. I have high hopes. Oh. Yes, and they made it. Oh. That's interesting. So, exactly what I said, I think, happened. So this time around, I brewed 77, which is what the? Okay. I attempted an invalid action spell with ID 77 doesn't exist. How could that be? It was removed, yeah, I get that. Oh. Because I couldn't brew anything else. And no. This gets, no, that doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, right. This totally shouldn't be. That is kind of, yeah, okay, so we want to delete that line and we want to jump to line 5 and we want to jump to break and we want to YSIW. Oh, wrong one. I am getting closer though. So YSIW, and this is what I want to. What do I want to? Oh yeah, there you go. And let's just add this and that, and then can I do this, or did I get this out of the? No, good. Good. I can just this. So this makes more sense. Although I doubt that that was our problem. Yep. All right, let's just rebuild and see what happens, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. If I can't figure it out, I will have to start logging stuff, which is horrible, which is why it's good to build like your own game engine locally so you can, step through the code and debug instead of like having console logs all over the place. Okay. Hey, I won. Well, let's just make sure this was done correctly. So I brewed 71, which is this one. Okay, so that is the highest valued one. And then I brewed 77, which, come on. How can I see? Okay, here we go. That's, I brewed 77, which is this one, which is also the highest one. Okay, so I think now we've got it. Let's run another one just to see in different conditions if. And I guess they've got the boss program so that it always goes for kind of a middle of the road thing. So You can beat it if you... Oh, well, this time around I didn't. And I only brewed one potion, so what the heck's going on? 72. 72 happens to be this one. Yes. And then I tried to brew 72 again. How am I? Oh, I must be keeping this. Yeah, of course. All right, so this is what's going on. I'm just pushing actions every turn to my actions array, but I'm not clearing it after the one turn. So of course the previous turn's actions are still there. So we can just let's keep it real simple. And once we're done with all of that, let's reset our actions array to, will it let me do that? No, it won't. Because it's a const, or, yeah, it's a const. Well, you know what? Oh, I'm using the mouse. Not supposed to. Okay. This is going to be a let. It'll be easier and more efficient than emptying the actions array through iteration. But you see, that's the kind of thing that when I'm, coding for real business applications or whatever, I tend to avoid doing stuff like that, right? You want your stuff to be immutable. But in this case, there we go. And I can just go down to the bottom of my file, and actions equal this. Now, is there anything else that needs to be reset? The scores being updated, that's just the number, that's fine. The inventory also, no, the inventory I think is already being updated. Oh, I guess if I, actions push. Hey man, bro, what's up? Neck tuck. How you doing? You participating in the challenge? I could just like, feeling great. Good. Nope, just watching. Cool. Welcome. Have fun watching me struggle with Vim. Yeah, so I think I'd rather like clear up the array here. It'll be more evident, obvious what is going on if I do it that way, so. There we go, start fresh with a new array every time, and I can get rid of this here. Okay, and build. And let's see. So we won. And the problem we were having is whenever on the second turn, there wouldn't be a new client order that was of higher value, it tried to use the client order, the best client order from the previous turn because it wasn't getting rid of it. So let's see if that's the case here. No, this is higher, so it was already working, and that's, oh no, let's see, 20, and then, oh, those are added at the end, I guess. We both went for that one. Yeah, we both went for 73. And then here's the difference. I go for 77, which is awesome. And he goes for 68. She goes, Bosrova. Yeah. I'm glad my voice is soothing to you. Never thought of it that way. Okay, so let's just play another one, and let's just play a few like that. If there's no crash and we keep winning, we're going to submit. We're going to test it in the arena. Of course, we're not going to get far with that kind of strategy, but at this point, it works. And it beats me researching algorithms for 2 hours live on stream, right? Because that's what I'm going to be doing afterwards. All right, so this is good. Let's do it. Test in arena. Is that going to be it? Well, technically we're beating the boss, so we should go into wood. What is it? Like we're in wood 2. We should cross over to wood 1. And I guess there are more rules in wood 1, or yeah, I think so. Here we go. So we're already losing against some players. So obviously some people have bothered making an effort. So that'll be interesting. Now I can't remember. I think the boss, like each league's boss, is actually like the bot of a player that has made it to the next league. So it's being periodically changed, the boss of each league, as more and more players go up. But I'm not sure it applies to Wood League 2. I have a feeling they might have like just the boss always remains the same for the first league, just so that it's easy to cross into the next one. Not 100% sure. All right, so we're at rank 117 at the moment. Got 47% of the games played to get our score. It's not looking good. We're not going up real quick. A bunch of people are beating us. We beat the boss, but a bunch of people in the league beat us. That's hilarious. Oh, did we just go down? Man. 110. So we're, 94, a little jump here. So as you can see, we're winning more than we're losing. Ish. 89. All right, it's happening. We're going up. Still only 56% done. Oh, crap. I have a bad feeling. I think it's going to take more than that to get into the next league. Which is hilarious because I'm beating the boss, but I don't think I'm going to get even close to his ranking. But you can tell there's a bunch of people that are doing much better than the boss, right? The boss is not even ranked #1 right now. Well, I guess they're just waiting to be promoted to the next league. We're going to see them disappear shortly, no doubt. Ooh, it's getting a little cold. Yep. No, I really don't have a good feeling about this. 83. Oh. So got a few victories here. So we're winning a bit more than we're losing, it looks like. The funny thing right now is that we're not beating enough players to actually go up and play against the boss. So I will have to think of a better algorithm. Although at this point, I don't see how I could do better than that. I mean, we always have enough ingredients to brew the best potion. So what else could I do? Yeah, I know. I just need to beat the boss, but I need to play against him. Oh, look at that. The boss is now like ranked 80 something. Okay, okay. There we go. Because everybody's like that's hilarious. Everybody's submitting their code at the same time. They're going like flying past the boss. Okay. There we go. Okay. Next level, you get spells and resting ability. Cool, 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 cool. That'll be interesting. All right, so it looks like we made it. Hmm. 91%. So a lot of people just put their code in the arena. That's what it means. I wonder how many people are actively playing right now. Look at that. I guess in leaderboard, maybe? I'll wait till this is done. This is pretty cool. It's a nice change of pace from the previous contests we've been having. So I'm still not clear on the kind of algorithms I'm going to be implementing. I've been practicing a little bit in the past few months, right? And mostly doing 2D grid stuff. So a lot of, search algorithms through graphs and Monte Carlo tree search. And so this is different. I'll have to think about it. Oh, I don't think I made it. Did I even play against the boss? I don't even see, like, look. I don't know, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't get to play against the boss. That is insane. Because there's just so many people that are submitting their code at the moment that I guess I wonder if I should. Oh, it's gonna keep going though. It's true. Now that I've got one in the arena. Oh, look at that. I lost a bunch. Oh, we have a message. Better than the boss. Yay, you are better than the boss. You will be promoted to Wood 1 League soon. Good. Good, good, good. I guess. Promotion to Wood League 1 in 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. You've made it to the league, to the next league. You can now cast spells and transform a set of ingredients into another. Okay, this is going to get complicated. And I guess that's the okay, that's the things that's the thing we're looking at it on the side there. Yep, that wasn't there before. I don't know what that is. End the game with more rupees than your opponent. The game takes place, so that's all the same. Okay, this is new. Each player controls a witch. Each witch has access to their inventory of potion, ingredients, and a list of spells they have learned. Okay, I guess those are the list of. Oh, okay. Right, so I can cast a spell which gives me more ingredients, or which transforms some ingredients. Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Each client orders a list of ingredients required to brew a potion and earn some rupees. The game is played over several rounds. Okay, so that didn't change. That's just each client orders a list. That didn't change. To turn a certain set of ingredients into another. Yes. Okay. So, okay, this changed as well. A witch inventory can contain up to 10 ingredients. Oh. Each witch starts with 3 tier 0 ingredients in their inventory. The inventory is represented by wait a minute. 3 tier 0 ingredients in their inventory. And that would be this one. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Those are new constraints, basically. It's nothing. Okay. They didn't add anything. It's just that they're specifying now that you can't ever have more than 10 ingredients. Oh, and I guess they need to do that now because we have the ability to add more ingredients to our inventory. So it wasn't a problem in the previous league. Okay. The inventory is represented by in the. So that didn't change. Yeah. Okay. Each round, you can perform one of the following actions. Cast one of your spells. Rest to refresh all previously cast spells. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Okay, so now we're going to go on for like a lot more rounds. How many rounds? 100 rounds, I think, right? Player with the most rupees. So I guess we need to play through the entire thing. Okay. And rest to refresh all previous cast spells. Brew potion. So that's, you may also wait. I don't know why that would be super useful, but okay, so casting spells, that's new. Spells have a delta, 4 numbers, 1 for each ingredient tier. Okay, so there's my inventory interface there. We get to reuse again. Positive numbers represent the amount of ingredients that are produced by the recipe. Negative numbers represent the amount of ingredients that are consumed by the recipe. For instance, a spell marked -1, 1, 0, 0 means it can turn one tier 0 ingredient into a tier 1 ingredient. All right, gotcha. And that's what's described here. Okay. So I guess, yeah, that's a delta. Okay, I like it. Once you have cast a spell, it becomes exhausted. You may not cast exhausted spells. Some spells do not consume ingredients, they simply produce new ingredients. Right. Each player's spell has a unique ID and can be cast with the cast ID command. Okay, so, and it's only one action per turn, I think. So there's going to be like a strategy there where you need to time your spell casting on turns where there's no, like the available client orders aren't that worthwhile. So then you can go, okay, I'm not gonna brew anything. I'm gonna replenish my spells, or one spell at a time, right? You may not cast. Resting lets you channel your magic, rendering all exhausted spells available again. Yeah. Okay. You can order your witch to rest with the rest command. Each player's spell has a unique ID and can be cast with the cast ID command. I wonder if the witches all have the same spells or if they're different. I guess they would have for it to be fair, right? Yeah, probably. Does it say so somewhere? Uh, each witch has access to their own inventory of potion ingredients and a list of spells they have learned. Doesn't really say. I guess we'll find out. This didn't change. The game ends once at least one witch has brewed 3 potions. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow. So this could be an interesting like waiting game. So you've got 100 rounds to brew 3 potions, or maximum 3 potions. So you don't want to just like, well, if you just brew, and the other witch doesn't, or maybe just brews 1, then you're probably going to win. Oh, that is so interesting. But at the same time, if you want to maximize the total rupees that you have, it'll be smart to wait for client orders that are bigger. Oh, wow. But then you got to look at how many potions the other witch has brewed. Because, oh, that is so interesting. The game stops automatically after 100 rounds. Players gain 1 rupee for each tier 1 ingredient or higher in their inventory. Oh, that's interesting too. That's interesting too. So, huh. So it then becomes a question of when is it worth brewing? When is it worth resting or not doing anything at all? Really, really interesting. Okay. Okay, anything else changed? Now we've got these. Cast action open for one of. Oh. So this would imply that we don't have the same kind of spells. Opponent cast one integer for the sum total of both sets of player spells in every available client order. Why would so am I going to get like the opponent's actions as well? Oh yes, okay. Yes, because I need to know. They'll be useful to know if it's castable or not. So we might have the same spells, but repeatable. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. Single line with your command. Brew ID, cast ID, rest, wait. Okay. So I think we could still try to get ahead without going to making a complex simulation in our own game engine just yet. I'm going to go with a really dumb strategy, which is to just brew every turn. And actually keeping what we've got right now, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. So let's just play against the boss. Oh, and look at that. There's over 1,000 bots already in the arena. Let's take a look at the leaderboard for League One. Can I see full leaderboard? You have been promoted. Yay. So it looks like, wow, 13,000 people registered. Doesn't mean that 13,000 people are playing yet, though. Especially not on a Thursday morning in North America, anyways. So we got 1,000 people. Oh, that's the total. It's got to be more than 1,000 people. I'm ranked 1,070. But as we can see, there's already a bunch of people in the Bronze League. With League One, I guess it just shows the top 1,000. So how can I tell how many people are in? I don't think I can. Oh, what if I just go? Oh, there we go. Nope, that's still not right. It says 1,000, but I'm 1,042. Oh, no, still doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, it does. If you add those, okay. So basically, we're at around 1,200 people that are actively participating. Pretty cool. Okay. So let's just see what happens if we run this against the boss right now. Oh, right. We need to change the code for the new inputs, I guess. Got brew undefined. Interesting. I failed to see how the, oh, right, we're starting with, we don't have enough ingredients. That's the, okay. So we don't have a choice to deal with all that stuff. What else do we need here? This we still don't need. Okay, so I guess they added stuff that I need to manually take into account. This we've got new action. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side so you guys won't see, but we've got new action types that we need to take into account. So we've got cast, we've got cast, which and their strings, so cast. And we have opponent cast, opponent, wait, what? How, what? How does VS Code know? Oh, it's seeing it here. Wow, look at that. IDs are so smart. It sees it in the comment over there. Like, I was impressed. Oh, for some reason it doesn't. Opponent cast, and brew we already have. So that would be it for the action types. Delta 0 through 3, we already have that price. And the other ones are ignored, okay? Oh, I guess that's the only thing really that changed. But that's obviously going to change the way we're dealing with the actions array. We should now split that up into into client orders, I guess we could call them. Oh, gotta use my keyboard. Get used. Right. We should have an array of client orders, an array of my spells, an array of opponent spells. That way, okay, yeah. So we're going to change this one, and we're going to call it my spells. That way, no, client orders. Client orders. Is that the term that they're using in the game potion? Client orders, yes. Let's try to use the same kind of words that they're using. So cool, client orders we've got, good. And it's going to be of type action, yes. We're really just interested in the, wait a minute, all actions have the same kind of, they all have delta, they all have, yeah, okay. They don't have a price though, that doesn't make sense. I guess it's just null or something when 0 or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's just keep the type action for that stuff. Yeah. And then we're gonna have let my spells. Type action again. Okay. And let opponent spells. Oh, that pinky is killing me. Okay. Like that. And I want to change the word for this one here. We'll use opponent as well. Seems to be the word they are using. Okay. So now we've got our client orders. We need to sort that. Well, we need to filter that is what I meant. So could we use just if statements, switch, probably switch. There's probably going to be new types of actions that are going to be added. And I think we're going to use a switch. Statement. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Should I? Yes. Switch. And we're going to be switching on the action type. Case, case action type is brew. What am I doing? I'm not in the right language. Doop. Right. Oh man, it's already noon. I'm gonna have to quit this soon. But I'll probably, if you guys want to keep watching, you know, CodinGame stuff, I'm probably going to raid somebody else's stream right now. There's a bunch of us streaming the contest, so let me set that up right away. See if we can find a good place for you guys to move to. Let's see. I'll just go to CodinGame and the contest. I think there's a calendar. There we go. Okay. So this was me. Oh, there's a bunch. I don't know which one we should choose. Guys have a preference? We've got Instafluff, Sonar Gunnel, Tibpat, and Ericto, which was, I think, the guy that was that did that introductory video at the beginning of my stream, and also GR Soars. Okay, these guys are all starting their stream after mine, so let's just get someone who's doing it right now, who's already C++, C Sharp. All right, let's throw you guys into some C Sharp. It'll be easier. So let's see if I can remember how to do this properly. Raid, and then I just type the name. All right. Looks like it's going to work. There's going to be a countdown, I think, and so okay. In the meanwhile, until this happens, let's keep going with our little refactoring here. Right. Okay. So this is how it's done. So if we're brewing, we want to add, well, basically, okay, so we basically want to grab this and put it there. Oh, that didn't work. Like that. Nope. Nope. Like that. Kind of. Not exactly the kind of formatting I was looking for. This will work though. Yeah, okay. Add a break here. Cool. Now, case, action type. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be streaming tomorrow, same time. Make sure you say hi to Sonagonal. Cast. Yeah, we're good. Client.